Okay, some of you know the madness that goes on around here, and there's a lot of that. We'll get to that in a second, but initially we're just running a FM 320 through, and we're just putting a little bit of a receiver signal into it, coming back. Today we're using the IFR 500, and right now I'm just taking that down about, just breaking the squelch at 0.6 of a millivolt there, maybe 0.75 actually, a little bit after, yeah, 0.8, about typical of one of these things, and the high mute will cut it out as it squelches at a higher level. Okay, let's just see if it transmits. We're going to do 3 very quick tests here. Oh, it does. 1, 2, 1. Let's turn some volume up here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We've got some nice power output coming out of it. That's good. About 3 point something watts, so we can tune that up a little bit, of course. And let's just see if there's any deviation, of course, but it sounds like there is. 1, 2, and nice 4 to 5 kilohertz deviation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Okay, we call that one a goer. And you might wonder where I'm leading with this. Well, hang around. 2 more radios, and I'll show you where we're leading with this. Forgot to mention this one's got the book. Pretty sure Andre got me this book. I'm pretty sure, VK3 MAW. I'm pretty sure, because I didn't have a book. If I've got that wrong, kill me later, but thank you. Okay, and then of course they went to the FM 620, which was labelled on the top there quite nicely. And change of colour, change as good as a holiday. And it was a nice radio. Actually, I didn't show you this on the last one. On the 320s, generally you found the non-button was repeater. Non-button? Let me check that. Pretty sure it's... Okay, I lost a bit of track, a bit of time went between the last stop and start, so if I'm repeating anything, it's because I don't edit my videos. Okay, let's have a look. Power output. Let's turn off the generator first. About 3.5 watts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, and we just check some deviation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. Generally these will be 4 to 5 kcs, kilohertz, sorry, in deviation, and actually it should be 1,000 too, hang on, that's better. So when we have a look at the receiver, wow, actually, that's not bad. So let's have a look. There'll be a bit of hysteresis in a second. So let's call that 0.3, but it won't be. With hysteresis, it'll be 0.4. Oh no, geez, it is around 0.3. 0.2 to 0.3, hysteresis being that little margin there. And then we come up and we can flood it full of power. Look at that. They're just beautiful radios. This is why I wanted 3 radios. I wanted a 320, 620, and you'll see the next one. The 650, of course, which is sitting behind it, and somehow we did a little more than that, but anyway, it's amazing where obsession takes you when you're mental. Okay, so the FM 650 SD, I'll have to check with the other mess if there was a non-SD. I'm trying to remember now. I've got a few to choose from. We'll have a look. Can't remember. That's a very good point. SD, hang on. I thought they were all SDs, but hang on. Oh, jeez. This is like a whole lot of radios about to topple over here. No, that's not going to work, is it? No. I just want to see on this one if it says SD without toppling these over. Oh, yes, it does. Okay, well, looks like, yeah, they might have been. Maybe not. Maybe not, because I'm seeing some differences in colours here. Oh, is it? I need to get 2 hands onto this. Hang on. Okay, so they're all SDs, which is lovely. Oh, just going to get this chair sorted out. Sorry guys, don't you love the non-edited videos? Look, there's one good thing about being too lazy to edit videos. What you see is what you get. There's no lies. There's just disorganisation. Okay, so getting heaps to receive on that. Let's take it back again. Yeah, 0.5 there. Sorry, that's about 0.7. Hang on. See, that thing keeps... Sorry, put the mute on. I was going to say, that thing just keeps on hearing. To be fair, it's probably around the same as the 620, somewhere around there. See, that lens is getting a bit average, isn't it? Yeah, somewhere around there. And once again, if we crank it up, beautiful. All right, let's just see. Got some power output coming out of this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 3 watts. I really think this this watt meter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is about 3/4 of a watt out. It's very unusual. Most of these would be 4 to 5 watts. So I'll run this meter through at some stage, and I've got one of our units that's quite calibrated and done recently, so we can run it up against that and just calibrate it if we need to. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where the deviation looks about right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, test, test, test. Yep, this looks good. Okay, all right. So 650 SD. One of you ex-Philips techs with Lee Moyle, or one of you guys, geez, Rex, or you can put in the comments file what the SD stood for. Scan and something? I don't know. Look, it was 2 levels of scan from memory. Now, this is where Rex, help me out, or Lee, put in the comments file. Try to remember now. We didn't fix many of these. By the time the 650 came out, number one, they weren't coming back as much. Number two, I was upgraded from being the apprentice to something else at the time, and the young fella did a lot of these, I think, and I was the newest tech on board of Jensen Electronics that actually, I think, was... I normally got demoted, but I think that time I actually went upwards for once. Anyway, but hey, Jensen Electronics were very good to me. Anybody ever says a bad word about Steen, and I know some of you do, you don't know the whole story. That's all I can say. You don't know the whole story. He's a good guy. He's got a good heart. Some things didn't go perfectly right. I get that, but that happens to all of us, and trust me, all of us. All right, back to this. So what am I getting at here? Well, I don't know. Let me take a pause so I can work out what to show you next, because this is scary. Okay, the next is the Holy Grail. We've got one more somewhere lying around. I need to find it because I've been trying to fix a fault on it. I have no idea of the condition of these, and this is why you and I are doing this together. I have no idea. I would love one to work, because then I could palm the other one off to somebody like Rob Dot that knows how to fix these in 5 seconds. By the way, let me make mention of something. Rob Dot, great guy. The only reason I have all these knobs and bits and pieces, these ones here, the straight ones, is because of Rob. And as you can see, we've got a few radios we've got to put them on, and we're basically just trying to get these things back out to collectors and people that want them, you know, that truly want, you know, a bit of the series. Okay, so the FM321, same goal with the FM320, 620, 650 SD, was to have a 321, alongside. To, you know, follow the path of where Philips. Now, I could show you a lot of Sortrons and Electrophones and Unidons and really strange names, radios, you know, etc., which we'll get to in a minute. But the reason I love these is because our own hands, Australian hands, it's going to sound racist a minute, I don't mean it that way, but what I mean is our people, still sounding wrong, this country produced something, a bit like the Holden car. Now I'm probably sounding better, but we produced something. Remember those days back when we actually produced an item, we made it from scratch, we designed it. I mean, the other example of that is obviously, is of course the Acetron. Australian made, Australian manufactured. I've got 2 of these we're making one of. We now have paperwork. And we are going to make sure that one is historically kept to be, anyway. So I was going to say, of course you know the Acetron, but of course you don't. And the reason for that is it just didn't get off the ground financially. There were a few made, but there wasn't a lot. But in the case of Philips, of course, yeah, we made them, you know. And look, I've seen as many American videos that are as proud of CPI, Stoner, ARF, lots of, you know, radios that were made for CB, more of the HF side with the US, of course. And you can't tell me those guys aren't proud of those radios. They are. They're really proud of them. Coincidentally, there's a few of those coming our way very, very soon. More on that soon. Okay, let's hook these up. Okay, so we've fired up number 1 of the 321s, and as you would expect, if it's come to our possession, if it's something that I actually want, all these will work. These won't, because I want them to. That's always the way. All right, so I'm not even going to go too far on that first one, because we need to To be honest, I've got to look up a chart and just remember where they were on 430 megs. Now, keep in mind, the 321 had 80 channels, 00 to 79 there. And from memory, I think they're around 439 megs, but we can't find out a lot at the moment because I think it's just not locking, although, no, it's not even switching, to be honest. These things had massive dry joints and lots of, you know, you might think I'm being harsh on it at the moment, but it's not. Just give me a tick. I'm just going to do a Branson dry joint check while you're not watching. All right, you don't want to know, but we are getting, it's a dry joint. Now, see how we're not getting much signal movement there? That translates to nothing over here at the moment. So there's a very good chance, even though I'm on 477-400, this thing doesn't matter. I must admit, I'll have to look up a chart just to see where we're at. So not much point going on with this too much at the moment. Now, if I go up to there, it could be a VCO issue, which was pretty common on these things. They had lots. That's why I'm just going up the band a bit and down. Actually, I'll go down the other end of the band. And the reason I'm doing that is it could be one end of the band with a VCO, but no, it's even worse there. And I think that dry joint's come back, is it? Yes, it has. We get no TX light. Okay, so this one's a nice one to play with and get going. Rob Dot, can you hear me? Listen to my video. I will be calling on you. We've only been going through this for 2 years now, trying to get a 321 going. Let's have a look at the other one. Okay, this one's looking a bit more promising. And you might say, but it's not powering up. Well, we're connected to it, but it's not powering up. Sometimes that can be a really good sign on one of these that, you know, we've got a very simple fault. Someone's reverse polarity'd it, or we've got a connection issue on the front board to the main board. I'm just giving a bit of a move around here. Okay, well, so that's a hat trick. That means we've got 3 FM 321s that don't work, and we will get one working, I promise you that. Rob? Oh my goodness. The other thing too, just to note, I'm using a mic we know is a known microphone. I do that for a reason. Instead of picking up a mic we know nothing about, this one had no plug on it, so not true. The plug fell off it actually. And this other one was a little bit worse wear, and I thought, you know what, we'll just grab another mic. The mics were different. Well, they were different on all the models, almost. The FM 321 came with a very CB looking handheld mic with a couple of buttons on the top. The 650s and the 620s generally came with something that looked a bit like that there, and of course the 320s we showed a little bit earlier, but just to remind you, came with this fella here, which used to have this awful holder and everything, but loved it. That's my favourite mic. But anyway, all right. So because I've got to keep moving, and you'll see why in a second, we've ascertained we've got 3 working radios and 3 non-working radios. The 3 non-working being the 321s, and they generally sit in people's sheds not working because they've got a fault at some stage and they've realised that they can buy something heaps cheaper to do a much better job than the 321, but that's not the point, is it? You need to have a 321. There's quite a few people that would definitely go with that. Lee, Rob, yeah, I could go on. Brendan, you name it. The 321 is definitely an iconic radio in the fact that it was 70 centimetres and you know, was just a little different. Okay, so my job from here is, we have a problem here. Well, everyone that knows me knows I've got a problem, but I need some space up this end. I've got what have I got coming in this? Porsche GT4 coming in Wednesday. I need space. Now obviously the other Porsche we could take up, we can put the GT4 underneath that for now. The Mustang's there, great. And you might say problem solved. Not really, another one coming, long story. So I've got to make room. And what I've got to do is clear a lot of what's going on. This represents, this lot here is 1 cube of 1 rack where things sit. That's it, it's not much. So what we're going to try and do today is get through, put stickers on some of these radios and make a pile of what works, what doesn't. A lot of these are working because what happened, I wanted to buy a 320, a 620 and a 650 and a 321. So as you can see, I did that. I absolutely I reached my goal and a little bit more. So don't ask, it's crazy. And as I said, most of these have come out of working situations. It's and they're just typical ones I've bought for, you know, 60, 80 bucks, etc. And they've just come off VK Classifieds, and somehow didn't realise that it was when I had my broken foot, if you guys remember, and I was 15 months off my feet, stuck in bed, and yes. Anyway, I might have bought a few things on eBay and VK Classifieds. So if you see anything in these ones we're going through here, so, you know, old Unitons, which are not worth very much. Actually, I don't know why a PC122's there. That's not going to work, is it? All right, let's just decide that a PC122, hang on, don't make those radios fall over. You see that? Nearly toppled. Right, PC122 can go down here. We've got Yaesus on the floor everywhere. It's all got to go. This is crazy. Righto. And as you can see, same problem. All right, this is just chock-a-block at the moment. Right, so let's not confuse PC122s with UHF. TX472s, Uniton 008s. Now what we'll do, just to warn you, things like a Leopard Mark III, from memory, you know, it's a little bit rare. They were a shitty radio, but, you know, sort of, to be honest, we'll probably keep that, clean it up, and just keep one. You know, I don't think we've got another Leopard Mark III. So, but all the common ones you're seeing dozens of, you know, definitely 472s. What have we got there? Sorry, wrong. 470s. Should know that. I repaired enough of them as an apprentice. 472s, etc., etc. More Sundowners, more 472s, etc. What have we got? Oh, 4000s. My goodness. Okay. Anyway, you get the idea. So, just if you're someone, excuse me, that wants to buy 20 radios at a time, please contact me urgently. I will do a very good deal. So what else we got here? More 830. 830. That's no 830's HF. Righto, that's got to go. We found another one. I was going to say that's just no 830 doesn't belong. All right. Now some of the ones we've got to get a really good look at, because obviously these are fairly collectible. Sorton 999s, 990s, and KG 107s. Now, I want to be clear on this. No, we're not modding them to CB radio for you in any way, shape, or form. I won't be doing any repair work on any of this stuff. They're going to get a quick look through, and that will be it, folks, because I just don't have the time. From memory, that was. Oh, let's have a look here. It was a Royce. Yeah, I thought it was a Royce. You didn't see many of these either. We'll keep that for the collection, just to say, right, need to find that obscure mic and mic plug somewhere. And the same with the comics. It's not great, but, you know, we'll probably just keep one. But anyway, that should give you a bit of an idea why I'm out here today and what we're up to. But if you said to me, what you're seeing in this shot that I'm taking right now, that you want to buy this entire lot here, yeah, flick me a price, because I'll just box it all up and I will send the whole lot to you and you can go crazy. It really is that stage. We've got a huge shipment coming in from New Zealand. I honestly can't tell you the exact amount of radios, in the way hundreds, and we've got to get prepared for it. So, you know, there will be, it's, as much as we'd like to recover some money on this, it's more about getting the stuff out the way. Yeah, at a reasonable price, but certainly getting it out the way and basically try and cover. I don't even want to tell you what we've paid for this next lot coming over. I will tell you this: the seller was generous, no question about that. What wasn't generous was nothing to do with him. It was the freight, all the transport. We've used professional removalists to do the next lot, and if I actually lived in New Zealand, where this gear's coming from, oh, he was more than generous. Look, I've got to say, I'll reveal more about that story later. I just want to get sort of finished on that. I mean, it's all paid for and done, don't get me wrong, but we're right in the middle of packing it all right now, and I don't want him disturbed by people saying, oh, you haven't got this left, have you? Because there is nothing left. Sorry, but there will be bits and pieces that will sell out of the collection because we've got some double ups, etc. So I will get back to you on that. All right, please get on to me if you have any interest in 320s, 620s, 650 SDs, even the 321s, because once we get that sorted down here, we'll we'll obviously have a couple. Still, just want to have a quick look at something. Hang on. I'm searching, but I don't know. By the way, this is the area that took up in here, and that's where all the UHF sets, although some of them were down here and all around the place. What I was looking for was the other 321, but it's in here somewhere. I know there's a third one because I'm halfway through repairing it. I was working with Rob Dodd a bit with that one, and Lee Moore, getting hints off them, and some of these guys, they know them extremely well. But no, I can't see it anywhere. It's crazy at the moment, and as you can see, we need more systems in place because we just can't find anything at the moment. But that will sort out. It has to. We've got no choice. The Kiwis are coming, and the Kiwis have definitely put the pressure on. I think we put the pressure on ourselves, to be honest. But I'm just having a look to see here. I mean, look at all this stuff here. All this has got to go. To be honest, none of this is for the collection. It's stuff that we bought a whole lot off, spent a few $1,000s, and then there's been bits that we didn't need that's just sat here. So we'll get to that very soon and try and give you a bit of an idea. All right, car's dirty. Yeah, just have a look, see if there's any other UHFs that we're missing that need to go in that pile. I don't think so. This will give you a good idea what we've got to get rid of though. I mean, a lot of high gain 5s, Cracos, etc. Loads of these here will get sorted through in the next few weeks. And that's a TX470T that can go on the pile. Righto, another one. No, I can't find the other 321. It's here somewhere. You know what? It could be in the museum building. It's very possible that happened. This is crazy. I don't know if anybody watches Resident Alien. Love the show. My wife even makes t-shirts, and she's got a t-shirt of Resident Alien, and he has a favourite saying, and it says, "This is some bullshit." Well, that's what this is at the moment. This t-shirt should be on the entrance to this garage. Now I don't know where it is. All right, well, look, there's a few other racks I can check, but I won't put you through that. Okay, look, as you can see, a lot of stuff that's going to sort of go out the door very soon. It just keeps going. We've got 2 more tables full over here, and we're on, as I keep saying, we're only going to keep one, and we're just finally starting to get into. We want one good example, the rest can go. So probably no better example than those bloody drakes going all the way down there. Can't even get through. Probably can get through there. Oh, just getting too fat. Oh, these were good. So all these parts trays. But yeah, there's a lot of these here will come up very soon, and we'll get sorted out. All right. Well, look, that's me running around this hot shed. I've got the air conditioner down the other end, but I've just realised that it's a little bit warmer here on this side. Probably need to open a roller door or something and be a bit better. I thought I saw the 321 over there. No such luck. Okay, 73s, get on to me. DM me, PM me, whatever it is on this new world that we live in with communications. Email me, brenton@posnav.com.au. Whatever you need to do to touch base. Oh, there'll be a heap of these GEs. I've got so many, it's not funny. C models. Yeah, get on to me. Probably best not to phone me. You'll never get me on the phone. Like right now, I'm on aircraft mode, because I'm using my phone to do this. Okay, 73s to you. Keep you updated. Cheers all.